So, Project Origin here, we're doing a introduction to one of our team members. Could you introduce yourself for us?
Yes, hi. I'm Jack, um, and this is Cole.
Okay, and could you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got into the paranormal?
Yeah, I've been around the paranormal all my life. Started out with like stories handed down from my grandma. You know, the hairy man, balls of lightning, fireballs flying through the house. Stories handed down from her mom and grandma. And then, you know, I've had a lot of my own experiences. I've had experiences with UFOs, experiences with paranormal events, and yeah, lots of experiences. So I've just been able to start sharing them a little bit more now, since people are opening up their doors and actually accepting that there are paranormal events that are happening, and you know, you don't have the stigma attached to you that you know, a person hears voices, they get something wrong with them, they're a little wacky. So no, so it's like it's at a time now where you know, people are acceptable. They want to hear your stories. There's something happening there. Obviously, I'm not the only one hearing it. There's other people too. So yeah.
Okay, and could you also tell us how you got involved in Project Origin and sort of the different pathway you took, as Project Origin is more based on documentaries and sort of exploring different locations, folklore, and myths, and much, much more?
Yeah. Well, I met Justin at school. Took some classes together, and at the beginning of classes, when everybody, what do you do? What do you do? And I said, well, for my little hobby, I do paranormal investigating. So Justin said that he did it too, and we started talking about some of the places we've been, some of the things we'd like to see, things that we've heard about. Just wound up talking for, you know, hours sometimes about the paranormal. And then I started, you know, working more with Justin, going on some, I guess you'd call like some investigations with him. And, you know, he said that he'd really like to do some like investigating into like some of the local folklore and some of the local stories of paranormal activity around town or around the state. And he said he'd like to, like, you know, do research like on the property, you know, what maybe happened there before this place moved in, and you know, put like that research part to it, so you have a little background on it, on the area or the folklore or the building that you're going in to investigate. And then, you know, just at one time, you know, like if it's a folklore, just focus on that folklore and, you know, see what, you know, what becomes of it, you know, and then, you know, see how it kind of like intersects today, as far as like, you know, is it something residual? Is there any truth to it? You know, is it real? just do our own investigation into it, and maybe try to go after some areas that people haven't thought about doing before. Maybe some areas that people don't even know exist, and they're walking around it every day. Every day you could walk by like a certain building and never know what was happening there 100 years ago, or what happens there every night. You could be walking like by a park and not know that that park is like a sacred place and what actually happened there 200 years ago. But that it's just that we would like to bring everything together and present it in like a documentary presentation, and so people understand everything behind it. It's not just like somebody shouting at somebody waiting for a reaction. It's like an adventure, a learning experience. You can learn from it. So, yeah, and I said I wanted to be a part of that. If you do that, I want to be a part of it. So he asked me to join him, and I said, absolutely. Here I am. Let the adventures begin.
All right. Well, thank you for that, and thank you for letting everyone know. I have to say, well, welcome to the team.
Thank you.
It's glad to have you. We'll be doing many documentaries ahead and lots of exploring, so everyone stay tuned.